It's Wednesday, August 1st. "40 lakh people, equal to the population of a small country like Croatia, living in Assam, are now potentially stateless." A day after the publication of Assam's National Register of Citizens, an exercise aimed at rooting out illegal immigrants as per the terms of the 1985 Assam Accord, Parliament witnessed opposition uproar. And no, we aren't any wiser about what happens to the lakhs of people whose lives would be upended, families potentially torn apart, many of whom have lived in India for decades.
14 अगस्त 1985 को श्री राजीव गांधी ने एक असम अकॉर्ड साइन किया और 15 अगस्त के लाल किले पर से भाषण में उन्होंने इसको डिक्लेयर किया। असम अकॉर्ड का आत्मा ही एनआरसी था। इसको अमल करने की हिम्मत नहीं थी, हम में हिम्मत है, इसलिए हमें करने के लिए निकले। ये 40 लाख में बांग्लादेश की घुसपैठियां कितने हैं? किसको बचाना चाहते हैं आप?
किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को इसे अपनी राजनीति और वोट के लिए ये किसी इस्तेमाल नहीं करना चाहिए, बल्कि मानवाधिकार के विषय समझकर इसमें निर्णय और न्याय लें।
Meanwhile, the Supreme Court told the government on Tuesday no coercive action should be taken against those excluded from the NRC. Now, the government has clarified that the next step is that of filing claims and objections, likely to conclude in September. What happens after that? Will those that fail to establish their legitimate citizenship be held in detention camps? In July, the Assam government got sanction from the centre to build at least one new detention camp in the district of Golpara. This centre is meant to hold those declared foreigners or those whose citizenship is in doubt. 6 overcrowded jails in Assam already double up as detention centres, holding over 1,000 people in all. Even the new centre will only be able to hold 3,000. Meanwhile, a UK court told Indian authorities it will rule in the Vijay Mallya extradition trial only after it has given a video of Mumbai's Arthur Road jail, where the fugitive businessman will likely be kept if extradited to India. The court, which began proceedings last December, was to hear closing arguments on Tuesday. But Mallya's legal team has been pointing to what it called prison conditions breaching human rights as one of its arguments against extradition. Earlier, his team submitted written material from a UK-based prisons expert challenging some of the photographs of Barrack 12 of Arthur Road prison in Mumbai. The photographs, Mallya's team claimed, are not an accurate picture. The Crown Prosecution Service, representing Indian authorities in the case, had earlier dismissed the claim and reiterated that all concerns regarding natural light and medical provisions at the said barrack had been addressed by authorities. Mallya owes a consortium of 13 banks 9,000 crore rupees. He also faces money laundering charges. India has been seeking the extradition of the embattled liquor baron who has been in the United Kingdom since he left India in March 2016. The judge hearing the case had earlier confirmed that the bulk of evidence submitted by Indian authorities will be admissible in the case. The detailed documents the CBI submitted in the UK court include those to back its case of conspiracy. The agency alleges former IDBI Bank Deputy Managing Director BK Batra colluded with Mallya in sanctioning some of the loans to the now defunct Kingfisher Airlines without following due diligence. Mallya had, in a statement in June this year, said, "I have become the poster boy of bank default and a lightning rod of public anger." He claimed he had made 2 settlement offers to the banks and wasn't a willful defaulter. The residents of Kerala's Idukki, Ernakulam and Kochi districts are on high alert as the waters of the Idukki Reservoir continue to swell. Authorities issued an orange alert on Tuesday after the water held by the reservoir's 3 dams rose to about 2,395 feet, just 9 feet below the reservoir's full capacity of 2,403 feet. An orange alert implies that the condition could worsen and impact residents of the area. The Kerala State Disaster Management Authority is likely to issue a red alert once the waters rise above 2,399 feet. The Army, Navy, Air Force and Coast Guard are on vigil. 2 helicopters and the Coast Guard are ready. A team of the National Disaster Response Force has been deployed in Ernakulam and Thrissur, and another team will reach Idukki soon, as per the Chief Minister. Shutters have been opened just twice in the past, in October 1981 and October 1992. Last month, more than 40 people in Kerala were killed in heavy rains. Meanwhile, torrential rains continue in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Uttarakhand, West Bengal and Assam and other parts of the northeast. In Uttar Pradesh, more than 70 people died over the last week. In Delhi, waters of the Yamuna crossed the danger mark on Monday, with authorities shifting out close to 10,000 people who live near the banks to tents on higher ground. In Assam, more than 2 lakh people have reportedly taken shelter in relief camps. These visuals of a flooded Nalanda Medical College Hospital, considered to be the second largest government hospital in Patna, produced both laughter and alarm. Hapless patients sat on their beds and fishes swam around the ward. As many as 537 people have died in floods and rain in 6 states across the country during this monsoon. As votes are counted, Zimbabwe's air is thick with hope for change. This is the country's first truly independent election in close to 40 years. Voters exercised their franchise for one of 23 independent first-time candidates on July 30th. Most significantly, Zimbabwe founder and longtime authoritarian former President Robert Mugabe was not one of 23. Once a guerrilla fighter who spent 11 years in jail in his country's struggle for independence from colonialists, 94-year-old Mugabe's 40-year rule left behind a shattered economy, soaring unemployment, and crumbling infrastructure. The symbol of runaway inflation under him is the $100 trillion note printed in 2009. Under his authoritarian rule, elections were rigged with widespread violence against opposition voters and parties. He was finally ousted by his party and the military last November. The chief contenders for president of Zimbabwe's new era are one of these two men. Nelson Chamisa, the youngest contender at 40, is a lawyer and pastor with little experience in politics, but mass social media appeal. While 70-year-old Emerson Mnangagwa, known as the Crocodile, is from the same party as Robert Mugabe and rose to popularity with this #ThisFlag movement against the former ruler. And finally, this year's Tour de France saw these women pedal for change. The team that calls itself Women Are Wings to Cycling rode all 3,351 kilometers of the prestigious race to mark their demand for the inclusion of women in the all-men's event. In the official men's race, traffic is blocked and paths are cleared, but these women cyclists had to contend with congestion and pollution and waited signals. No podium, prize or champagne awaited them at the finish line, but their statement is clear: women can. Stay on track, and we'll cycle by with more news and analysis tomorrow.